As the aeroplane took off, he started touching me forcibly in between my legs, and I freaked out. I realized this is not a modeling opportunity. I've been kidnapped.
Can you possibly start with the first night you saw him, who he was with, where you were, and just kind of briefly sum up the event of that night?
I started modeling. I was studying psychology and philosophy. I was doing modeling on the side. I went out one night, and a girl approached me and said she knew a man who was here, who was the King of America, and he was here with Bill Clinton and Kevin Spacey and Chris Tucker. She told me that his best friend Leslie Wexner owned Victoria's Secret, and it would be a very good idea for me to meet them because it could possibly help with my modeling career. So we went along to the restaurant where they were having dinner down the road. And sure enough, there they were. Bill Clinton, Kevin Spacey, Chris Tucker, Jeffrey Epstein, and a few government officials from South Africa. And then what happened is the girl called me and she said that Epstein wanted to see my modeling portfolio the next day. And then Epstein said, right, he thought I'd be great for Victoria's Secret. And they left that day, but his office started phoning and arranging me a visa and tickets and everything.
Can you explain that to me? How did you leave the country, and with what documents? How did it unfold?
Well, they arranged me a visa to come to America. It was like a visitor's visa. And then, another time they also arranged me a Schengen visa to go to Paris, and they arranged these visas very quickly, which is unusual in South Africa. It's usually very difficult to get a visa here. And then, basically within like 3 weeks, I was in America. It took me many years to even realize I'd been kidnapped because at the time it was just such a shock. And especially with people in positions of power like this, then they whisked me away to the island and then I was stuck there. They never arranged any modeling opportunities. I was basically completely conned.